We forgot to tell you about the fresh garlic that we're supposed to put in the meatballs. We're also going to cut enough to be able to put into our sauce. So while I'm chopping this, I'll tell you about what we're going to do with the sauce. What we're going to do with the sauce is we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of a pan. I always put it in the same pan that I'm going to cook the sauce in. So a little bit of olive oil, and you're going to take and you're going to sweat the garlic and the onions. Sweating means you're just going to cook it till they start to turn opaque, which means clear. For all you folks that aren't up on the terminology. Alright, so now that we've got the garlic, I'm going to get close to the garlic and take a look here. We're almost down to a mince. Mince means really, really, really thin. Almost paste. You see that?
No.
Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that right there with my big old monster paws in the way. Alright, so we're going to take some garlic and we're going to put it in over here, right? I'd say about a tablespoon or so. Maybe 2. Alright, so that's that. Now, I'm going to wash my hands real quick. And we're going to let Rose mix the meatballs up. She's going to put her hands in that. Alright.
Ow.
Draining the mushrooms over here.
And now we put the bread in the bowl.
You videotaping?
Are you laughing at the tape?
I'm laughing at the tape. So, we got half a kilo fresh ground pork, half a kilo of ground beef, fresh oregano, fresh basil, 1 fresh egg, and then a little bit of toasted breadcrumb. And now we're going to put a little salt, pepper in, and then we're going to make the meatball. Alright, give us 1 second, we'll be back to make the meatball. Push play.
Action.
Alright, so we're making meatballs right now. All that mixture that you guys saw earlier we're putting together. You don't want to like pack it together too tight because you want it to have some texture on the outside so it'll hold the sauce. So, as you can see, I like my meatballs big. Everybody likes big balls. No pun intended. YouTube, please don't flag us for me saying that. Here you go.
What is big ball?
What is big balls? We'll talk about that on another video. That steak and stuff, you can take an easy way to test is by your hand. If you go like this, it's going to be medium rare. Like this is medium well, and it's how your hand feels at this point. Okay, so the pork feels like this right now. It's getting nice and stiff. That means it's done. Now we're just going to brown them off and wait for the spaghetti. Alright, we're just draining off some of the juice from the meatballs. Pork gives off a lot of oils and grease and stuff like that. So where we're at right now is they're just starting to firm up. You can hear they're starting to bubble and pop and squeak. You always got to make sure you stir the sauce so it doesn't stick. There we go, but look at that. Look at that sauce right there. Mushrooms, chanterelles, big old chunks of tomato. That's a good Italian sauce right there. Water's going to take forever to boil.
Why we not switch?
Because I want to make sure that these cook all the way through. You don't want to eat raw pork, do you? You don't want to eat raw pork, do you? I don't either. I wouldn't cook.
And we just wait for the food and then we come back.
Alright, we're going to get some water on for the pasta. Now the important part for the water is you gotta put a little salt in it. The salt water boils faster than fresh water, and it gives the pasta just a little bit of flavor. Alright, so put the salt. We're going to have Rose turn it on for us. Here, I'll hold the camera while you light the stove. Because this is a crazy Thai stove. I have no idea. And she's going to stir the onions, the tomato, the garlic. And that's all fresh. So that's what we're going to start with. And we're just trying to get that cooked down a little bit so the onions start to clarify. and the garlic starts to clear up. All right, cool. Oh, and we're running low on battery power here. Say hi, Rose. That's Chef Rose right there, by the way. She's learning how to make Thai food today. Or, she's Thai, but she's learning how to make Italian food today. Excuse my mouth. You saw earlier, we were cooking all this stuff. What's the finished product? The spaghetti noodles, the sauce, the meatballs. And, go ahead, pan over to Mama over there. She says it's delicious.
บอกว่าอร่อย So we're gonna